I'm not gonna lie, this is a sentence I did not expect to read from a gamer like Ben, but apparently Boneshatter Slayer is the new meta for 3.18. Who would have thought? Karn was right all along. Well, I'm not playing Slayer, but I'll be playing Boneshatter Berserker. I almost said Jug there, because I did play Boneshatter Jug in the Gauntlet, and it was a blast. Couldn't die, super tanky. It was excellent build. So now I'm gonna play a Zerker, because why? Well, I want to blast maps fast. I want to push them ladder. I'm kind of a melee enjoyer right now. Clear speed's like really good. So as I said, I want to do a lot of beyond content. And here is the Atlas tree that I am planning. I'm not sure if I'm gonna pick this exactly, but probably something like this. So this is boxes. This is shrines. This is legion. This is breach. This is harbingers. This is Eater of the Worlds pack size, but this can also easily be swapped to Searing Exarch influence pack size. We got a little bit of June because I'm saying, hey, dude, I'm gonna run 40 maps per hour. I'll get some 4 safe houses. Why not? For a little, chill, right? A little bit more Legion, a little more emblems, cool rewards. I'm gonna be dropping a lot of Conqueror maps. I want to blast some Conquerors. We got the hat. The hat's always great, and of course we got some Beyond because Beyond is where it's at, but unfortunately we don't have Beyond on the map twice this league, so we gotta manually roll it. But hey, it's okay. You gotta do what you gotta do sometimes, right? So this is the Atlas tree. This is my plan. I'm gonna do a lot of content this way. We have Valley of the Darkness because rare monsters in your map have 1 additional modifier. That's gonna be really strong. I'm gonna be using Behead. The Behead support gem to steal modifiers, and I'll obviously try to get an Inspired Learning or 2, maybe even a Headhunter, who knows, right? I don't think I'm going to need a Headhunter, but Slothless Coil is pretty good, and of course we'll get into the pods in a moment. I'm on the fence about Singular Focus. I have this in the plan here, but I might not actually take it because it does delete Shaper maps and Conquer maps and Synthesis maps and stuff like that. I believe that's the case, actually, so I should probably remove this from the link. I might actually just not take this, actually. That kind of helps me. It saves 2 points, right? So that's kind of nice. Stream of Consciousness most likely as my pre-juice, pre-scarabs. But then once I get all scarabs, and once I build the scarab base, I'm gonna drop this. That's the plan. Yeah, that's the plan. Just push ladder XP. Just do some content, have fun, right? That's the whole goal. Just have some fun. That's what I'm doing. So that's my tree. Anyways, let's look at some pobs. Let's just pob it up. Let's get into it. All right, opening up the pob. All right, this is the pob that I have theory crafted. Of course not tested, but I actually also have a pob of testing game. This pob seems to be around 4.2 mil. I believe this is with Pride off. Yep, we have Pride off right now. 6.7 mil. We got 4k HP. I found this to be enough in Gauntlet, so my mindset is, if I can live with 4k HP in hardcore, I can probably play, with 4k HP, in the normal game, right? This is kind of my mindset, just to play good strat, don't get hit strat, right? This is how I'm going to do it. Can I recommend this to you? I don't know. Are you a gamer? Can you do the don't get hit strat? I don't know. But hey, we got Fortified. We got 50k armor, right? We got Defiance stacks in here. So if I look at the config, well, there's actually no Defiance, right? So if I do have 10 Defiance, and we're kind of gaming, right? 82k armor. This is our config, nothing special. I hope I haven't padded anywhere, but I've tested in game, so pad or no pad, the build works in game. I've played it twice now, so that's fine. Recent additions here. I initially did not have Iron Reflexes, but I ended up adding Iron Reflexes because the self-damage was actually kind of noticeable when you are not a Juggernaut. Unbreakable is so nice for regenerating, but unfortunately, we actually have a lot of degen going on here, and the self-damage actually gets quite noticeable, especially with Aspect of Carnage. So a little bit of armor, it ended up helping quite a bit with Iron Reflexes. Anyways, this is the pob. It's obviously going to be in the description. I have 2 Inspired Learnings in. Will I get 2? I don't know. Honestly, don't know. Maybe I'll just go for Duelist instead. Maybe I'll just get more life. Maybe I'll get more damage somewhere. I don't know. We'll find out. Anyways, let's go to the build I tested in game. Again, nothing too crazy here. It's pretty much the same thing as the other one. Obviously I gotta show you guys the gear, right? So axe is pretty juicy. Obviously we're gonna try to make one of these. There's a method here. I actually don't remember off the top of my head, but if I get some more information, I'll try to provide that when I can, maybe in a comment or something. Then we're trying to go for just spell suppression on all of our pieces. Obviously get a Vicious Craft, very high synergy with Divine Shield. Really good stuff, right? It makes it so tanky, right? You get so much regen from that. So basically, if you don't get one shot, you're kind of just gonna be chilling. You're gonna be blasting, right? You're gonna have a positive gaming experience. Strike skill, strike 1 additional nearby enemy, really good. Some chill boots, there's some attack speed. Nothing crazy, just more spell suppression. Some nice implicits as well. Carnage Art, we actually put with the Carnage Art here. I really love Carnage Art. Why? Because we can get it so early. And we can probably use this forever until I get Ashes of the Stars. Because that's kind of the late game amulet, right? But the lead trade's really nice, though. Really nice. This is just a recoup ring. I found the recoup to be kind of nice. Just one mod is kind of all you need. Of course, you can get more, but I found 1 to be enough. And of course we have Vuln Ring and Slothless Coil just for the Gigadam, right? And then we have a bunch of flasks on. I should probably throw a Soul Flask on here to get even more armor, but it seems to work right now. I'm getting 30 trauma stacks right now. I've noticed in some scenarios that when I get to above this, it can get kind of spooky, but I'm sure I can manipulate the build, get more armor just to make it fine. So links, let's go over links real quick. This is an in-game character, so I'm going to go over the other pub where the links are much more readable. So, 6th Boneshatter, Boneshatter, close combat, brutality, ruthless, behead. This is my plan for mapping. Levels help a lot, but also means you need more armor. I've looked at a lot of links here, and then I kind of like Lifetap. I'm a Lifetap fan, just so I don't really have to go Mana Leech. That's probably what I'm gonna be doing. And then since I'm using Lifetap, this inspired learning synergy is really nice with cannibalistic, right? Get a lot of recovery this way. It's kind of nice, honestly, and reduce damage cost skills. Makes this gem like not bad, right? Like it's not bad. It's not bad. Cast damage taken, Molten Shell, and we got some Blood Rage and Frostbite in there just because, you need them. This is how you don't die, and then, Blood Frostbite, we'd have the Molten Shell turned off, so we're not trying not to pad here. I might have accidentally padded, but I'm trying not to. Ancestral Kai, Lifetap, Berserk, Leap Slam, the usual. Good stuff, right? Berserk turned off as well, Berserker's like Giga Dam when you pop it, when you Giga Dam. Talk about that in a moment too. Auras, we have D-Term, War Banner, Held Purity Skitterbots, just basically all the damage and a little bit of defense. And then we have our Lifetap, Pride, Divine Blessing, and Increased Duration running as well. And then I'm on the fence about this right now. Petrified Blood, Arrogance. I'm not too sure. The way I see it is that we need a stronger recovery mechanics. I tried doing some gaming without some type of Slayer Leech, and it was kind of rough, right? So I'm thinking I might just get Petrified Blood and Arrogance going, 2 2020s. I didn't have this in my test. I'll show you the gem levels in a moment. And we're able to run it because we get the 30% increased life reservation efficiency of skills. I did look into blood magic, but I found blood magic to not be efficient, and I just lose too much, and it was just generally not worth it. I actually did try to look into making blood magic work, but it just did not feel worth it. So I just opted for like 15 Lifetap gems instead on all my links, right? Important masteries. Important masteries are melee hits fortify. That's very important. The strike range here is very important, and then the assured strike for even more strike range, and then strike skills which strike additional enemies can do so from 30% further away. Also very important. Some max res here. Always see this great. Some armor here. That's really good. More armor here. That's also really good. You're trying to get all the armor, right? You just want to be ultra tanky. A little bit more regeneration here, just help at the start of the map. In theory, we could try to get some Warlord's Mark action going, just to help us, ramp up instantly, all the time, right? I do have a Vuln ring on, so yeah, maybe I'm gonna change my mind, go for Warlord's Mark instead. I can definitely mark and hit that too, just for Giga Ramp, because we're gonna stun honestly, almost everything. I went axes, but there's argument I should go maces, right? It's very easy to go maces too. If I type mace, it's right there. It's right there. It ain't that far away, honestly, and but maybe I stay axes and I just go stun. We got stun nodes right here. That's an option, right? Maybe I'm already stunning and just putting the Warlord's Mark gems enough. I don't know. I'll have to look into that though. So nothing else too crazy here. Got Ashen to the start of the late game. Just a little bit more damage. The quality helps a lot with Petrified Blood. So, Goop Ring, Vuln Ring, Slothless Coil. You can use about the Deceiver or something early on. Carnage Heart's amazing. I love this amulet. We have Anointed Duration here, but you can just use Instinct or something instead, just to help capture suppression. Then you just got suppression gear at every slot. Gull, it might be an option if you get really good suppression gear. Think about it, because good blasting, good map content, especially if you get acceleration shrines. But it's gonna be kind of hard to capture suppression, right? It's gonna be kind of hard in that case. As I mentioned, Grievous Craft here, strike skill, strike additional by enemy, also very important. And yeah, that's about it. Nothing too crazy here, right? So back to tested build in game. I just want to note that my Petrified Blood is very low level, which is quite a big impact, right? That I take 86% of life loss prevented this way was lost over 4 seconds instead of if this was 2020. It's now 76%, and it was 48 because I have a Nash to the Star, 69%, right? So it's honestly a big deal. Gain this to a late game status, right? That you'll notice a really big difference, right? So back to our Google Sheets, I want to have a couple more talking points I want to address about the build in case you want to try it for some reason, or you're just curious, right? So counter self damage, we countered it with Petrified Blood for Slayer Leech. That's how I did it, right? But in theory, you could use Immortal Ambition for Slayer Leech. This is from either the Jewel, the Timeless Jewel, or the Belt, Soul Tether. But I want to note that Lifetap Pride with Petrified Blood is spooky because my life is low, and then I press Lifetap Pride, and I'm at a really low amount of HP. Then it's honestly kind of scary. I don't know. Literally because of this, I'm thinking about not doing that, not running Lifetap Pride or not running Petrified Blood. I'm not too sure yet. I'm honestly not too sure yet, or going for a different form or a different way to countering the self damage here. I'll get to that in a moment. No totems. I'm not using any totems because I kind of feel like totems when you're blasting, they're kind of fake DPS, right? You think you have Giga Dam, but then it's wait, you're 40% of your damage from your totems, right? That's not Giga Dam. That's fake Dam, right? So Idea is I'm doing really juicy beyond content, right? With a lot of mobs and mass spawning all the time. I don't want to have to summon a totem for every map, and I don't want to have to summon it for bosses, so that's why I'm planning without totems right now. But I'll obviously be using it during progression, right? And speaking of progression, I'll be playing Spectral Helix early. I'll show them swapping. Most likely, like honestly, I might just try swapping like Act 5 Innocence. You know, that's always a great zone to start setup and blast. Like 2, 3, maybe even 4 extra Innocence runs. Get to like 42 or something, maybe even 44, and just just have a positive gaming experience for the rest of the story mode. Just have a great time, right? If that's not a great time, then the other option is most likely Blood Aqueduct. That's probably the other better time. Map mods real quick before we get into gameplay. Canopy stun, it's not really good. You can do a lot less damage. So these are map mods that I'm banning for myself, basically, right? You can in theory do some of them, but I'm gonna try to avoid them, right? Players with less armor. This is again in theory doable. Same with reduced effect knocker source from your skill. In theory doable, but I'm gonna try not to do it. I'm just trying not to do it. Buff some players expire 50% faster. Ban because you do less damage, right? So it's not really optimal. It's a lot less damage. But in theory, again, it's also doable, just depending on my gear, right? But I'm assuming for early on, my gear's not gonna be crazy enough that I will probably, ban myself from doing these mods, right? Can Leech from monsters is kind of annoying. In theory, we can also do this too, like actually, especially with our Lifetap tech going on. But I'm just gonna avoid weird mods like this, just make life rough. Monster Steal, Power Frenzy, Endurance charges on hit. This makes monsters very scary, actually. Although my experience might be biased here from Gauntlet, because I found this mod very scary in Gauntlet. It might just be fine in softcore when I'm just blasting XP, right? It might actually be fine, but stealing my endurance charges can kind of be self-PK thing, so that's probably why I'm going to avoid it. So, monsters do more damage category. We have unique bosses are possessed. You have minus max. It is, again, just maybe, right? Maybe. It's probably fine. I think it's going to be fine because we have super high armor. It's only the elemental damage I have to worry about, but I have spell suppression. I'll probably have 78 to 80 maximum resist as well, so I'm not too worried about that, right? Reflect. I'm a little bit, well, I guess I'm not worried about reflect, right? Yeah, why would I be worried about reflect, actually? Yeah, reflect is totally fine. We can reflect as long as I use the sextant or we have brutality for elemental damage. But hey, as I mentioned here, brutality is kind of trolling if I'm using inspired learnings and behead, right? Because you usually get a lot of extra elemental damage mods. So I don't know all the new arch nemesis mods, but I know a lot of them, or I'm assuming there are some that still give, extra fizz as LE. I'm pretty sure that's the thing. And if that's the case, then you don't really want to be gaming with brutality. I most likely want to change that link out for something else. And then, yeah, if we have Fizz Reflect going, then obviously I want to Yugle or Realm Node, or just find a way to like max it out and obviously be Shock Mute at the same time there. Monsters are tankier. Again, maybe. It just really depends on our damage. Early on, I might want to avoid them when I'm gearing, when I'm ramping, when I'm like setting up the Atlas, when I'm doing my early farming. But once I'm Gegadan, once I got my big juicy axe crafted, then I'm blasting, dude. Then these are all fine. And again, same with these ones. How much armor do we have? What's their damage like? Can I tank the content? There's a 20% less recovery rate of life energy shield, Vuln. It might be fine. It might be fine. I don't know. It just depends, right? It honestly just depends. Actually, the map I did has 60% less recovery and Vuln, so it seems fine, but I'll probably try to avoid it, right? Because like if you attack the boss for like maybe a little bit too long, you can kind of self-PK yourself. That is something to think about. And then gearing, obviously you want to be weakness cap, right? Around 34 over cap right now, and you can count your endurance charges to help reach it, especially if you do not do monster steal, power, frenzy, and endurance charges on hit. Anyways, I got some Hydra, Mino, Minotaur, and Ashen Woods Beyond Vuln less recovery gameplay coming up to kind of give you an idea what the build looks like. I'm playing this no matter what, dude. If I run into the wall, I'm just gonna have to figure it out. Yeah, I think it should be fun. I think it's gonna work. And I think I'll have a positive gaming experience, right? Because, I've already played this in Gauntlet. It works. I've seen the Slayer gamers blast, and I just did some testing with ZERKER, and it feels fine. So, yeah, if you think I'm gonna win, let me know. If you think I'm gonna get owned and just like die to something, let me know too, I suppose. Anyways, enjoy the video, and see you guys on the start. Peace.
One of my captives wore many faces, yet few faces. Now she cannot escape.
I cannot do this with you.
stretches the sanity of the mind.
Hail.
One of my captors felt no emotion. He did not hesitate to inflict pain. Now, 40 feet, it's unstoppable.
I cannot do this yet.
Hail, God Slayer.
I cannot do this yet.